Okay.
Oh, it's not working, is it?
What's up? What's up?
It's
You know
not
what I
working.
like? I like when the material comes up and it cuts in. I just like it because it's, what do you say? It's unruly. I like unruly material.
You must like my hair then.
What'd you say, sweetie?
You must like my hair.
Man, if she didn't exist, we'd have to invent her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I'm gonna do my little portrait, like I say. And I'm going to place this for space and scale. And I'm going to destroy it. And this is the hardest thing for when I teach this. Is the destroying part. And when we do our cast shadow, watch, you see what that does? That gives you the form. That tells you the form, and just use that.
Is it great? Nice. You really do.
You know who's really good at this? It's a guy named, what is his name?
Steve
Manny.
Carpenter.
Manny. You know Manny, the impressionist?
Oh, yeah.
Look at his pattern, how he uses pattern. It's incredible. I mean, it makes sense, but when a guy really good does it, it makes more sense. I'm going to put that in. The farther the eye is away from the center, maybe I need it more. Over here. Farther it is away from the viewer, the less info we give.
The less pardon?
Info.
Oh,
Now I'm going to lay a few things in, and then I'm going to destroy the whole thing. It has to be. But what we're doing now is we're assessing the scale and what we want to say, how much space we're going to use. You see how that diminished? I should know what I'm doing. That's what I drew. And I started drawing and how it gets small.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Now I'm too lazy to do it over again. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, you know. So I say, okay, now we're gonna go to the universe. That's just what's great about this thing. And it's really forgiving. It's incredibly forgiving because you'll see, you can erase, you can do anything you want. You need a halftone. You see that halftone? There's your halftone, folks. There's your halftone. That's what you want right there. You don't want it lighter and you don't want it darker. There we go. Now we can boogie. Now we can boogie. I'm going to clean this up. What I suggest that you start with your light, with to negotiate your light forms. These are your planes. Just lightly. We do that because what we're doing, we're generating where the planes could be before we go too dark. I'm gonna pull this down. I love this tool. And I will put my plane on my nose. And I will leave this like this. And we will do a beautiful cut right here.
so you haven't actually used your fingers at all?
I will use, and I'll show you what happens with the fingers. It's the oil. So if you don't have enough oil, go get some popcorn. What the oil does, it makes it. You see that? You see
Yes.
You see the difference?
Yes.
Now you like it, you don't like it. I've acquired a taste for that.
Oh, I love it, and I can't get it.
But you gotta have a greasy, dirty hands. It's greasy. If you want, I have greasy, dirty hands. I'll do it for you. I'll take care of it. Now, I want to show you one thing that I found. I don't like to get too much white down here at the tip because I want to use this guy. You see?
Just a little.
See what that does? Well, you know, I don't have to explain it, right? That really, you have a value change there, which is enormous. So keep that in mind when you lay in your form here. Don't just let it be great at the end. Okay? Voila. I'm gonna go in here. What's wonderful about this, and I learned it from what's his name from San Francisco? Was it Yum or the artist there? He that's important. This is all part of his personality. Okay? Just take your time. Just take your time. Darkest dark is right here. And darkest dark is right here. So now we've scaled the whole painting. We have our light and darks, personality, halftones, darkest dark. Turn this around in space. Voila. And I'm going to go in and put I have a halftone in here, and I'm going to put my horizontal here. I'm going to hit this guy real hard over here because this is my nostril. That's all you have to do. You're working in a beautiful halftone. So, you see, the drawing is done, almost. Okay, I'm going to negotiate a nice dark here because I like that halftone. I think I'll try to keep that halftone, and I'll show you why. Now watch, Gene. This is what I do, like that. But if you do it once, you're going to do it twice. And I pull it in the space so it looks like one form. You see? Watch. Okay. So what that does, that creates a plane with a different texture. And if you do it everywhere where you want it, then no one cares. You understand? You understand what I mean? You just have to own it. You just have to say, I'm going to do it. Now what I like to do now is, before I go any farther, I like to come in and one or two highlight. I have a beautiful highlight going to here, over here. And all my highlights, normally they're up here, but they're not. So if they're not up there, don't do them. Just do what you see. See, that's unique. It has a unique feel to it. Voila, and then we'll just continue. Let's just have fun now. Again, there's a name for this part of the lip, but I like to do this even if I don't see it because I find it sensual. Mikey has these sensual lips. Let's not forget it. Okay? Isn't that cool? That makes it just that much more interesting. That's me. That's me. All right, we're almost there. So we're in the universe. So we're going to be nice and clean over here. Clean machine, real clean. It's going to go away. And I'm going to just do, when we do our watercolor, this is how we do watercolor. So I just put a line in. Because it's far away, we do very little info. Very little info. The less you do over here, the better your drawing is going to be, because it goes way, way around. I want this to be a little softer. Voila. All right, so let's go. I want to put in my dark mass. Da 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 da. Let's set my ear. Now this is how we do our ear. We find the neck, and we do this. And we find this. Maybe I can go a little more. Then we come up here, and the ear is here. Could that be? Could be. Could be. Now the ear is in the mass. It's not important, but it is important because it's a change of pace. It's a change of pace for the whole drawing, but just let it be. And I may be too close. I think I'm too close. Too close. Judy, stop it.
We were just,
Stop it.
We were just saying that, but
Stop
we
it.
didn't want to
I
criticize
yeah, I
you.
know.
I
But
didn't say anything. You shook your head. I did.
Michael, you see what I put up with? I can hardly wait until I screw up.
Yeah.
Oh, so he just can't believe it. Can't believe it. I'm going to.
Really?
Maybe not be enough, huh? Hi, Judy. Is it maybe not enough, huh, Judy?
I never put it on because I get my fingers in it. I'm afraid to put the grease on the paper.
I'm going to place it in, and I want to clean my eyes. I'm going to clean my eyes. Zoom, zoom, zoom. What I like to do is this. When I have a nice dark, I like to do this.
But I don't let them go.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Enough messing around. The edges here. We have a turn. Want to keep this nice and dark here. And there we go. When you do this, you need one or two. And there we go. There's our half tone. And now we can go in and start to negotiate our light. And then I'm going to stop this demo soon. What I'd like to do is, what we want in a drawing is this. You want to have edge, and you want it to be aggressive. That's what makes it pop, and particularly when we're working with a male figure. Okay, there we go. I'd like a descriptive line here because I'm in the mood. I'm going to take it in the back. I'm in the mood. And I'm going to get a nice break right there. See? Now that sits back there. And this guy's going to come out front. I'm going to put a top on my mustache here. I'm going to put a top, even though you don't see it there. And I'm going to put a movement right in here. So you feel the form going through space. Maybe I'll do one little guy there. And I'm almost done here. I used just a soft touch here. Hair is just, it's soft, So the softer you draw the hair, the more it looks like hair. I mentioned that before, but it's the same with the beard. You can always come back in and make I don't know who did this. See, hair is like this. Hair is just soft. Okay, we're almost done. I just want to own this guy right here, and I guess I'll try and correct this. I want to come in because I'm in the mood. I want a nice cut here. Darkest dark, lightest light right there. Is that cool or what? And I'm going to bring a nice light in here.
Yeah.
Mike is so much fun to paint. He's just so much fun because he's got everything that, you know, is moving through space. He's got color, he's got everything. This mustache, I want more of a form here. There you go. And I'm going to get an edge up in here. Edge. Keep that guy quiet. And I think maybe get just a top on here. And that's about it. It's the dust from the
You want some water?
No, I don't think I'll get through this somehow. I'll get back to you. I can find my way. See, it would be tough if you never complain. Never hear me complain, right, guys?
Never.
Yeah. But is this fun or what? Is this fun or what? So enjoy. I'm done. I'm done showing off. But there's so much can be done here. I'm gonna go with my whites. Please, when you do your whites, be very, very sensitive to your choices. You're not gonna overdo it. Now, if you want one or two, maybe you have some over here, that's it. But it makes sense. You see, we made some sense. I think I overdid it here. I've overdone it. And what I'd like to do is, I'd like to read nice white in here. Here we go. Here we go. Now this could be quieter, just because. Just so it doesn't take over from the nitty gritty. And you can do this if you want. Descriptive line for form. And that's it. Then we go through space, then we come out with a bang, okay?